Hey, here we are, Coaching Life Podcast from thousands of miles away. where are you, Pat?
Somewhere in the Gulf of Mexico.
It looks awesome behind you. My goodness, I'm jealous.
Well, it's been pretty nice. It's been windy.
Well, yeah, you're right on the sea.
It's rained a few days. Like when we went out when we landed in Mahogany Bay, in Roatan, it rained. And
well, so you were on land then when the bad weather hit.
Oh no, we went through the storm that the Carnival Dream, I think it was called, went through. But it wasn't as bad as that. I think they had much rougher waters than we did. So, but the boats have been rocking, that's for sure.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You can feel it?
Oh yeah. This boat that we're on is actually the smallest in Carnival's fleet.
Okay.
So I think we can feel it a little bit more than anyone else can feel it. But yeah, we've been a couple of the people we're with have gotten seasick a little bit. We've had to take some medicine.
That was going to be my next question.
I didn't have to. I was queasy a little bit, but I made it pretty well.
So you haven't been taking anything preventatively either, like Dramamine or anything like that? Okay.
Nope.
Powering through.
I've taken no drugs. I got on the plane and
look at you, man. World traveler.
Well, I tell you,
everybody listen, the boy has left Meigs County, but you can take the boy out of Meigs, but you can't take the Meigs out of the boy. That's right.
Yeah, just to prove here, I don't just wear it in the studio. I wear it everywhere I go.
That's right.
Yeah, it's been pretty good though. It's it's not bad. I don't know that we've talked to some people here that's been on like 52 cruises. Not sure that's going to be
It's a way of life.
It is for them.
For some people, it's a way of life, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I read a story
well, if you think about it, a lot of people that get on those ships are from, like you got on at Tampa Bay, right?
Mm-hmm.
April and I got on in Miami, and we were amazed at how many people we met on the boat who were from Miami. And we asked them, right? Like, why are you, and they're like, why not? Because it doesn't cost us anything to get to the boat. Right, we already live in Miami, like we live in paradise. So where do you go from there? You go out on a cruise, right? And so those cruises are cheap. The expense is the flight and the hotel. I mean, the travel getting there. But for the most part, that's a nice cheap vacation for somebody that doesn't really have to pay to get there.
Yeah, I guess so.
We should get endorsed for talking about this.
Try Carnival; it's the best. No, we've seen some other shit, Norwegian, and I think
April and I took Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean.
We were on Freedom of the Seas. Yeah.
So our room is really, really small.
How are your boys handling it without any video games?
Oh, they haven't even thought about that.
Oh, that's awesome. Good.
Nah, yeah, they're good. Maya's running around with some girls somewhere.
I was getting ready to ask. They're chasing girls. That's what it is.
But they haven't worried about that. But I think everyone's kind of. And it happens with every vacation. I think you start to wind down. You're ready to come home. So we'll get off the boat tomorrow around 9 a.m. and our plane doesn't leave Tampa tomorrow until tomorrow night. So we're coming back in early Friday morning.
So are you missing a second game? You missing 2 games this week?
Just one.
Boy, your team got smoked while you were gone, Pat.
Yeah.
Did you hear about your game?
Well, it wasn't. They weren't missing me. They were missing Maya. So, but obviously I don't. I'm not gonna. We didn't play well. So, but those are hard circumstances to overcome. That's why. A lot of people you don't have to explain that to, but some people are like, well, what difference does it make? And it makes a big difference if your coach isn't there, your head coach, and one of your starters. And actually, before that game, we had One of our other significant players, not a starter, but a role player, gets sick. He didn't make the bus
Mm,
trip. And another one of our guys that did start, but he only ended up playing about a half of the first quarter, hurt his back again. He had missed the first, I would say, half of the season, and now he's been back for a week or two, and now looks like he's gonna miss the rest. So we were down some
mm.
players and down a coach, and but Athens, man, that seventh grade group is really, really good. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
they're so talented that I haven't looked at the book, but I'm just talking to the coaches and people that are there. They had two players last time that really did a number on us. They beat us by 3 in overtime the first time, but this time it was someone completely different, another
Hmm.
kid. So a big athletic raw kid that hasn't played a lot of basketball. Looks like he's gotten better as the season went on. So
Yeah.
I guess he really tore us up. So, but yeah, they're really good. They haven't been beat this year that I'm aware of. I don't think, and they're probably the favorites going into. I know they're the 1 seed going into our turn. We have a tournament in Nelsonville at the end of next week, so they'll be the favorites in that. But
Basketball tournaments next week, which you know what that means. The
oh
season
yeah,
is winding down,
it
and
is.
it's just about that time.
It's baseball season.
That's
Which, by
right.
the way, it's been baseball season in the golf all week. If anyone's
Well,
wondering.
I asked you the other day, when you texted because you said were Cozumel, is that right? You're sitting
Yeah,
out
we went to
there.
Cozumel.
Yeah, if you took a fungo, you could probably find some guys in that area that know how to field a ground ball for sure.
I may have been recruiting a little bit. You never know what I'm going to bring back on the plane. We may have ordered another plane ticket.
Sweet. Well, man, I don't. We didn't really. I mean, we didn't actually know if we'd be able to actually get on and do a podcast while you were gone. So we didn't really plan any kind of topic. I didn't. We don't have anything to talk about. So who knows? Who knows where we're going to go
Yeah,
next or how long this will last? But no big deal. It's cool to kind of get something out and let people see where you're at. I love that view. I love the ocean, man. Uh-oh.
oh, did
Somebody's
you
trying
hear
to take your
something?
picture.
No, he's right
Somebody
here.
trying to
He's
take your
walking around.
picture. They're always trying
They're
to
going
take
to
your
go.
picture.
They do want to, but I'm heading back here in their behind the scenes location, trying to
Yeah,
hide from
tell
everybody.
us where you are. Tell us where you are. Where you're so you're not in your
Well,
room right now.
not in the
And
room.
you're
I'm
are you
just sitting in front of a window. I'm in a hallway. Is where I'm at. One of the hallways. The casino's down the walk there.
yeah,
The comedy club is down the
yeah.
way, and I guess the adult section of the boat is down there as well, with the
Oh, yeah.
spa and stuff
When
like
you
that.
say the adult section, yeah, you're talking about the section that they don't allow children in,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 21 and over,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There, okay.
I think we're on the ninth floor right now, something like that. I think there's 13 floors of this boat, so it's not. It's one of the smaller ones. I think it is the smallest one actually. But yeah,
Have
just
you
sitting in a hallway, basically sitting in front of a window.
have you visited the workout facility?
Have not. I didn't feel there was much of sense since the way I've been eating and
You'll gain a few
partaking
pounds.
in. I'm sure I have. Sure I have. There's a
Yeah.
burger place on here that has been real popular amongst our group. The burgers have been real good, but I haven't eaten
And
any
you
burgers,
pretty
but I've
much
eaten well.
all
Trust
you
me.
all you have to do is get in line and they just hand you food.
Yeah, all the
Like
food is paid. I mean,
you're
it's
not
part of the
handing over
package.
any money. Exactly. Well, you did hand over
Hmm.
money. You just don't do it on the
No,
boat. Yeah.
mostly so
Yeah.
like I have a card that I hand
Yep.
them, and they, basically you get whatever you want, whatever. Then
Yeah.
they document it, and it's all paid for. But my card tells them what I can eat
Also,
or
you're.
what I can have.
Oh yeah. Because there's some restaurants you would have to pay for, or some
There
dining
are some there
spaces.
are some
Yeah.
things you have to pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they have a dining menu. That's one thing that is kind of not great about. We eat at 8:15. That's our dining time. So we go to our dining room at 8:15. It's just late, you know.
Wow. Yeah.
So, but
It's not open for a particular period of time, and you can just go
oh
at whenever
no,
you want during that time.
yeah. They have buffets, and they have, I mean, all different kinds of buffets. They have,
Yeah.
dessert and salad bars and
Oh,
buffets
but
and taco
you
bars.
guys
But
got
we
a
have,
dining package where you're actually sitting down and having your dinner served to you at a particular time.
Right. Yeah. So we
Yeah.
go, like some people
Yeah.
go in at 6, they go into a dining hall,
Yep.
conference
Yep.
room, restaurant, they get served, and then we go in a little bit, well, at 8:15, and it's usually about an
Right.
hour and a half. And then, you get all, I mean, you can order as many, like they have a list of
Yep.
appetizers. You can order as many as you want. You can
Oh
order as
yeah.
many
You feel
entrees as you
miserable.
want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think the group has done a decent job of not going completely glutton, but,
Right. Oh,
I've definitely,
I tell you that the funny people are those who buy the drink package because you'll see them tonight being the last night and they'll be calculating it, right? They'll be like, okay, wait a minute. Our drink package costs this much and we've drank this much. Ooh, we got to drink $400 more worth of alcohol before we get off this boat. And they'll be just absolutely destroyed.
yep. Yeah, most of the people. So we've had some people. We have people in our group that have bought the drink package, but they never come close to their.
No,
Like you
you
have a
won't.
daily limit.
Yeah. Oh, really? A
Yeah, you
limit.
can only get so. I think it's 15. You get 15 a day. So they don't come close to that.
And
But
after that, you're passed out anyway, so it doesn't matter, right?
right. But we did
I
go
don't
on an
get it. I
excursion.
don't. Okay,
We
let's hear
went on
about
an
this.
excursion to this place called in Cozumel, to this place called Mr. Sancho's. And when you go into that resort, whatever it is, everything's free. The food, the drinks,
Oh
everything.
yeah,
You just order, and the waiter comes around. You're like, hey, could you bring me some shrimp? And he brings you shrimp. And then the next time he comes around, you say, hey, could you bring me some, I don't know, cheesecake, whatever. Yeah, yeah. They bring you cheesecake, and there's a buffet. So it's like
yeah,
I don't. Food's really inexpensive down here, which is it's kind of odd. It's just because
yeah.
me and actually Coach
I-
Finlaw is on this trip with me as
Inexpensive for
well.
you. Oh, he is.
Yeah,
Do they
and we were
also bring?
talking about
Do they also bring you a monkey?
that wasn't that wasn't his Cosmo. That's actually I it was you gotta uncover every stone to find talent, and that's what I was doing. I was
Well,
recruiting as
new
best I
assistant
could,
coach.
but
If since Coach Finlaw's there with you, you're like, hey, you're being replaced.
right, exactly. That was in
That guy
Mahogany
on your
Bay.
shoulder, yeah, that guy on your shoulder could have made out your lineup last year with Ethan Stewart and still won 14 games.
Well, it's funny. You must be you've been reading Southeast Ohio Preps, I guess.
Oh
Uh,
no.
but yeah, we went snorkeling. The day we went to Mahogany Bay there, which is in Roatan. We went. It was real cold and rainy. We went snorkeling, and the water. It was actually warmer in the water than it was, on the
Oh
boat or whatever. Yeah, so it
yeah.
was pretty nice underwater, but that was pretty cool. But yeah, we
Did you
went
see
and saw
anything
some
cool down there
monkeys and
underneath the
just
water?
seen some lobsters, and I think I
Yeah.
saw a oh shoot, I can't remember what it's called. The poisonous. It's got spikes and it's like round and
Well,
shoot,
like a
I don't know.
stingray,
No,
stingrays,
it
and
wasn't a stingray. It's all a bunch of fish and some lobster. I can't
yeah.
remember. I have to follow up on that. But yeah, I thought about. I think I'm the only one that saw it. I just saw it tucked in this rock, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna reach down and touch that. I'm not gonna have there now. They tell you not to touch anything unless the guide hands it to you. So
Yeah.
I tell you what the perspective that I've got here. I'm talking about something that's related to coaches or to programs. Uh, you know, these people, their product on this boat and really any of these
Yep.
ports or
I know where
anything
you're
is
going.
it's servitude,
Yep.
and like they
And
are
they
not
love
only
their job, don't they?
if they don't they got a good way of hiding it. I
The
mean that's
leadership is incredible
yeah.
on those ships.
And like you don't go anywhere where someone doesn't know, what they're talking about or where to go,
Yeah.
or they all have the answers to the questions. You see people doing multiple things on the ship. You'll see them upstairs one time doing one thing, and then they'll be down in your dining room that evening doing something else. And it's just the experience of coming on for someone that's never, there wasn't a time where any time that we felt really lost and didn't know
Hmm.
where we should go or what we should do, at least not for an extended period of time, because there was always someone we could ask. And I talked about these excursions, like getting left on the island. We were joking about that. And the company that we went through, it wasn't through Carnival, it wasn't through our ship.
Right. Right.
Um, it was actually called MJ's Tours, I think. But
Uh huh.
the guy was awesome. I mean, he picked us up, told us everything we needed to know, the way the whole day was going to go. Got us back early intentionally, so we didn't have to worry about the ship leaving us or whatever. It's just I guess I'm like coming. They want your experience to be as good as possible, so that you obviously come back. And I wonder, like from a baseball program perspective, how do our freshmen feel when they step foot
Mm.
into our first practice or our first workout, when they step foot in the locker room? How do our fans feel when they show up at the games? How do umpires feel when they show up? What is the experience they have when they come and call games at Meigs High School?
Yeah.
Just things like that. Like, it's been going through my head of how I can improve
Yep.
those things to make it a better experience for all those people. Um,
Yeah. That's
because
hundred
like I
percent.
said, that's what these people sell. That's what their
It
product
is.
is. It's just the
Yeah.
service of the experience. So it's been an eye opener. But yeah, they do. They're always up tempo, happy, energetic, and I really don't know how. I mean, we're
Oh, I know.
like I said,
Well,
we're tired and we've been on vacation, so I can just imagine how
and
they feel.
knowing that that's their job, right? Like you're there for fun. This is your vacation, and so you guys are naturally going to be upbeat and pop, or you would think. I mean, but these people, that is one of the things that stuck out to April and I the most, and we both talked about it on our way home from our cruise, and it's exactly what you said. We could not recall a single person from the the top. I mean, because every now and then the captain would be walking around and introducing them, and saying hi to everybody and things like that. But from the top man, top woman to the bottom, like those people in the cafeteria that are bussing tables, it was almost like they could not wait to get over to your table and ask, hey, did you enjoy your meal? And may I clear anything away? Would you like for me to get anything for you? And it was, I mean, it was there was total 100% buy-in, or as our friend Steve Miller likes to say, believe in. Like whatever it
Yeah,
is that they have, in their leadership of those companies, those folks believe in it, and you can tell it just isn't fake. Like they love what they do, and
yeah,
it's a really cool thing to see. I mean, it would definitely be a good study and lesson on leadership for any organization or team for sure.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. So that's
I keep
that's my
I keep seeing
business trip. So
flashes
they're taking pictures now. I thought they were going to run me out, but they haven't.
because you're behind their curtain, their backdrop,
Yeah,
right? And so
yeah,
they're wondering, like,
yeah,
what is this voice behind the backdrop?
yeah.
That's funny. It's funny because it's funny that you're saying, because there really isn't. You were looking for a place to go to actually record a podcast on the ship. There are limited. It's loud. Like it's just everywhere you go. There's activity. There's life.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
you can't find a corner. Well, the top deck. You probably have a top deck where you could go, but it'd be loud up there with the wind.
Well, yeah. I think there's might be a couple spots outside I could go, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
real windy outside right now, and we're about full go right now. I mean, we're getting it as far as the cruise show goes, so
Oh
it's
yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
the
You're
engines
moving.
are rumbling and stuff
I
like
can
that.
see you're moving pretty good. I mean,
Yeah,
you.
I think we're
Uh,
about 30 miles per hour or something like that right now.
have you spent much time around the pool?
No, I didn't. I haven't spent much time around the pool.
It's
Maya and Jake and
I'm
Bella
gonna
have,
say
but
it's a millennial and Generation Z dream place, isn't it? The pool is just
that's where,
constant
yeah, they
pump,
spend that.
that constant music, I mean, constantly
Yes,
pumping. Yes,
yes.
yes. They have
Really, the only sun
belly
that I
flop
got was on the.
competitions and things like that. And it's a lot. It's just like a club atmosphere the whole time around that pool. At least the Royal
It's a
Caribbean one was. I'm sure the
this
Carnival one is
it's
too.
it's the whole thing, really. I mean, it's a floating
Yeah,
party, is what it is.
it is.
It
Yeah.
really is. Um, yeah, it's just all over the place. There's,
It looks
it's
like
like you said, it's all energy.
you kept from being burned.
Well, I was going to say the only time that I got out really in the sun was yesterday in Cozumel, and I sat under a pine tree for a long time, but I would turn myself to the sun every once in a while. But I did get red. I don't have I'm never out in the sun with my shirt off very often, so I don't have the greatest tan lines. But I did get red, so we'll see how that plays off. But I thought I was gonna be. I've been sick. I haven't felt well all week, so I guess that's a good gauge on how the weeks went because I can't. Normally uh, I would be grumpy regardless, but I'm sick now and I'm not grumpy, so that's
Well, I mean, look where you are. I mean, I know it's not your cup of tea necessarily, but for me, like I don't know how like I could not be in a bad mood with that being my my view. I just couldn't. It's just there's something amazing about that for me. I love the ocean.
it's been a good experience. It's
Yeah.
not like I would
You
say.
joke, but you really are enjoying it.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, it just the like I'm tired. I haven't got a lot of like rest and relaxation, but it's not real. Like it's not what you do. I mean, it's just not. But I've been away. I haven't been working. Been away for a week, so hopefully mentally I've been refreshed.
Yeah.
I've obviously been thinking about baseball. So I've sent a couple messages, and people are like, "Hey, you're on vacation." I'm like, baseball's, it's
Never.
exempt.
I mean,
Yeah, you never leave it. I
yeah.
mean, well, and here's why. Because going back to what you were saying about the folks on this boat and it being their job, but also their passion. That's the same thing. That's how I know you feel the same way. That's
Hmm.
baseball to us. I mean, we just love it. So if we've got a free minute to sit down and think, it's easy for us to let our minds wander to baseball.
Well, yeah. In those places, on vacation is sometimes where you get the best ideas for, and the best thoughts and the best, uh, uh, strategies because you're only think like you don't have it's not work and family and baseball, it's vacation, free time,
You're
and
cutting one of
baseball.
the layers of your life out,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
I
yeah.
have worked a little bit, but for the most part, I've been completely unconnected. I mean, they know that if they need me, they can call me, but I haven't done much at all. So I can, I'm refreshed in
Good
that
for you.
regard for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, good for you.
Yep.
Good deal.
So how's the weather there? Since we're talking about the weather.
The day you left, it was pretty good. Like you, or well, not the day you left. I guess you were in. Well, no, it was
Tampa.
when you arrived in Tampa. Yeah, you said it's baseball season in Tampa, like
Oh,
90
that's
or
right.
something.
Yes, I
It was
heard it
probably
was
it's
upper
upper
60s.
70s. Yeah, but yeah,
Oh,
it hit 60 here. Um, one of those days. It wasn't necessarily sunny, but it got warm. But it's back down. I mean, it's winter time again. I mean, it's 40 degrees, and it's been raining a little bit.
yeah.
So
So
I'd practice in
hopefully that
this
picks up too.
today. I mean, if that.
Oh yeah,
I mean, there's no.
absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it's 40 degrees, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
we're gonna be playing a
Got to
game in
practice
40
in that.
degrees. Right. Right. But yeah. 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 I mean, it's gonna be February tomorrow, so we're looking at 18 days tomorrow, right?
Yep, February 19th.
Yeah.
Time to
Yep.
roll. Only got a few
Less than
more
3 weeks.
Sunday workouts left, and we're going to get to it.
That's right. Good deal. Well, man, I'll tell you what. I'll let's let you get back to your family there. You might have to round up Jeremiah. You might need to rescue a few girls. Tell those boys I said hi
All
and be
right, I
good.
will do. I'm
It's a little
surprised
too
someone
late for
hasn't ran
that.
into us here. I figured they would run in and be like, come over and sit down and be like, what are you doing? And I could say, hey, I'm on the
Oh,
podcast now. You,
one of the people you were with. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but
Where is Finlaw?
no one's come through. I don't know where
It's
he's
been
at
Matt's
right now.
opportunity to get on the podcast. Yeah,
He did. He was in the casino a
he's
little bit ago.
incoherent somewhere. Oh, that's what. Yeah, he's losing all his money.
Yeah, somewhere.
Those casinos are pretty fun to watch people. It's or it's a fun place to do people watching if you're a people watcher.
I
A
tell you,
casino is.
the funny thing is, I grew up. My mom and dad both smoked when I was young,
Uh-huh.
and I hated it. I can't stand it when I was young, and I can't stand it now. And when I get,
Well, yeah, you're in international waters, and so there's smoking everywhere probably too, isn't there?
well, not for the most part. Like the only where you can really go is up to like the top deck outside, and then in the casino. But
Yeah.
I walk through there, and I just in a small room like that, I just cannot. It's just I can't take it anymore. So I was planning on playing some blackjack, but like it's back there in the back corner, and I just can't breathe back there. So uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I my JV coach, uh, Coach Dotson, kept telling me, "Hey, just relax, get a drink." So as soon as I got on the boat, I started grabbing drinks out of everybody's hands and just taking pictures of me with the drinks. And it took him a
And
few of them before he realized they weren't my drinks. But uh, I don't know. I'm one of the few that is probably on the boat that does it. I think that's
just
part
not appealing.
that's not to me,
Uh-oh.
but
Somebody's shouting.
yeah, they're having a good time.
Having a good old time. That's right.
It's a floating party.
Speaking of drinking. Yeah.
Well,
So,
shoot.
oh, cool. All right, man. Well, you'll be back Friday. We'll be back in the studio next week, most likely, right?
Yep,
Barring
that's the plan.
anything. So we'll be back we'll have a great topic ready to roll and it'll be fun. So it's pretty cool.
Yep,
It's
sounds
pretty cool.
good.
This is a cool a different experience for us here, miles and miles away. We'll see how this looks on the Riverside video pod.
I should have listened to a couple of our episodes when I was in Cozumel, so that we could have bumped our out, other country.
Oh yeah, yeah. The IP. That's right. We add another country. It's true. Hey, I
Uh,
found out. I found out why we're on the charts in the country of Benin.
there you go.
So, one of my podcast class students is her family is from Benin, and yeah, and I because I get this email from Chartable, right? One of the websites that like it basically takes all the podcasts and it says, it charts them and ranks them, and somewhere in the topic of the subject of sports, we are we're ranked in the country of Benin in the top, and as I don't know what the ranking is, but I thought that's really strange, that we actually are ranked in that country. Yeah, because you have to have a lot of listens, a lot of downloads to get ranked in the United States. I mean, if you don't have a
Right.
million downloads, right, you're not getting on the iTunes and Spotify ranks or the chart, the top 25 ranking or whatever. And then I realized it clicked with me one day. Hey, wait a minute, Gloria's family is from Benin. I asked her, and she said, "Yeah, I've sent your podcast to some family members, and so they've probably got some listens, and there we go, baby.
Let's
Yeah, we're
go.
moving up.
And
So, right,
worldwide soon enough.
there you go. So, fantastic. Well,
All right.
be
Well, it was good
safe.
talking to you.
Uh, hope you don't run into any kind of huge storm tonight. And
Yeah,
if you do, be sure to film it and put it on TikTok because
I
I've seen
saw
a
that.
lot
I
of
saw this.
seen a
Yep,
lot.
I've seen
There's
that.
yeah. I saw one I think this morning, and it was a Carnival cruise. It was a Carnival cruise line, and they're like, check this out, and the waves were huge. It was splashing
No,
up against the side, and it was flooding everywhere in the
that
boat.
was
I'm
on the
like,
26th, January 26th. So it was just a couple days before we left. Um, and it was
was it in the
through the
Gulf?
Gulf of Mexico. Yes, yes, yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw that same TikTok, and I actually
And
think a
it's
couple.
it's the luck of the draw. I mean, like you book these things well in advance, and if the weather's bad, it's bad. I
Oh
mean, there
yeah,
isn't anything you can do about it. Yeah.
no. I mean, it didn't. But I thought someone was texting us asking us if we were stranded And if someone had to get, I guess maybe some people had to be picked up by lifeboats or something. I don't know.
Well,
But
there was another video of it was pretty wild actually. I don't know if it was Carnival, but this lady actually said, "Hey, they just came over the intercom. You know how they make those announcements over the intercom,
yeah,
like those morning announcements and all that."
oh
Uh,
yeah,
they said that they were going to turn the boat around and head back toward the port, and they were like, what's going on?" And she said the only thing that we could figure out is there was an old rickety looking boat out in the middle of the water, and these people were trying to get the attention of our boat,
they
of our
were
ship.
on an excursion.
And so she started filming and zooming in. I'm like, holy crap, that looks like a pirate. That looks like the little, those old wooden boats with pirates in it, you know. But what it was they were lost. Like it was some. I mean, they looked like refugees, man. I mean, it was not a boat. It was made of plywood, and they had water jugs over the side of it, helping it keep it afloat. And so I guess what happened was their ship sent their lifeboat out, because these lifeboats are big. You can put a lot of people in them.
Oh
They're like
yeah,
big
huge.
tubes,
Yeah, yeah.
and they picked them up and brought them to the ship. And so the next video, the girl's like, "Well, we're back on course and headed to our first port of call, and we have guests." I guess. I mean, they brought them to like, we don't know where they are, if they've detained them somewhere, but it's bizarre. So I guess I did a little. So I'm like, that's really odd. What happened there? So I guess that it is a. I don't know if it's a law or if it's just a common procedure for if a captain sees anybody out at sea who is lost or in distress, you have to help,
Oh, that's a good
regardless of
law.
what kind of boat you are. Yeah. I would think it'd be a good law, right? Right.
Is that an
But
unwritten rule of the sea?
maybe it's an unwritten rule of the sea. That's right. That's
Maybe
right.
maybe not all unwritten rules are bad.
Don't pretend that you didn't see them down there. I'm not sure who you are, but no, I don't know how they knew the difference. I mean, obviously these guys are out on the water enough; they know the difference between pirates and refugees. So I don't
Right,
know.
right.
I don't know, man. Yeah, but
Well, that
it's
wasn't
some
our
bizarre
boat,
stuff.
regardless. So
That was not you. Okay, you don't have
wasn't
guests
us.
on your boat. All right.
No,
Yeah.
no, not
And who
known,
knows if any of
not
that stuff's
legal.
real anyway? With CGI and artificial intelligence these days, I don't know what's real when I watch a video and what's not.
That's true. Yeah.
I saw a video of Patrick Mahomes the other day, just going off on Tommy, and I thought there's no way he's
Right.
saying this for real. Yeah, it's fake. It's fake. I mean, it was just
I
oh,
didn't see
it was
that.
it was horrible. I mean, it was like the whole reason why we won this game is because what's his first name? Demarius Tom or Odarius Tomey, something like that.
Darius, something like that. Hey,
Darius,
Darius.
yeah,
Yeah.
he wasn't on the field and didn't play, and because he's done nothing but hold us back all year long. This dude can't catch a cold. He said the ball hits him right in his hands. It's like it turns to stone. And I'm like,
And it looked real.
it's his voice. Yes, his mouth is moving, his eyes are moving, but it was just flat out CGI. Yeah, don't
Great.
trust anything you see.
Just what we
This
need
isn't
in this
real,
day and
guys.
age.
Pat and I really did not get together and do a podcast. This is just all
This is
made
a
up.
blue. It's a blue screen.
So yeah, I'm sure there's some lessons in this half-hour podcast today
I hope
to be
so.
learned. Good
If
deal.
nothing else, everyone can just make fun of me. So for wearing
Yeah,
makes clothing on the.
in the Gulf of Mexico. Hey, that picture you sent me with the monkey, that was a blue shirt.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
I
one of the.
showed it to
That's one of the.
Dustin, and he's like, "Hey, oh, no Meg sweatshirt, no Meg sweatshirt."
One of
Yeah,
the,
that's
one
a
of the
good call.
few in my closet. One of the few in my closet.
You didn't want the monkey to poop on your Meg shirt, so you put the blue one on.
Exactly. That's my work shirt. One of my work shirts.
Right on. Cool.
All right.
Well, man, tell everybody
I
I
guess
said
we'll
hi.
see you soon. Will do.
Yep.
See you next week.
Yep. Good deal.
All right. Have a good one, brother.
Yep.
See you,
You
everyone.
too. See you, buddy.